Welcome to another episode of the Group Parlay podcast. As always, Kevin Asoya and Andy Simo. Strom, still in Ireland. And, of course, honoring last week, guest prop winner, Phil Smith is back with us today. Yes, the first NFL prop hitter. Had to have him back on. So I'll let Kevin recap yesterday's picks. We were one away from a clean sweep. So,
Close yesterday. Man, Tennessee might stink. Can't cover spreads, barely beating teams. I'll start with the winners. We had Cal for myself, +6 versus Pitt, a tight game. And Cal lost by 2 there, 15-17 final. So some strong defense on both sides, but Cal did cover that one. And then for Strom, late game yesterday, Minnesota -3. They ended up winning by 4 against UCLA. So a nice win for Minnesota. They got a little solid squad, this team. They put up 21 points in the second half for Minnesota, too, after 0 points in the first half. So, still second half. Then, Tennessee -12. Only won by 6 to Florida. Again, they haven't looked great against a pretty bad Florida team there. She got shut out in the first half as well. This game went to overtime. It wasn't in the counts yet, but they won in overtime, got the touchdown. 6 there. So, unfortunate for the pod. So lost 3 in a row after we hit 3 out of 5. On the month here, we are 3-8. I put this at 27% hit rate, which up 7.94. Dave's dog, I should mention, did hit yesterday. Nevada moneyline +125. So Dave has been a great college football guest for us. We'll see if Phil can do the same here for NFL. Individually, I'm 8-3 in the month. Andy is 5-6. Nick is also 5-6. So big day today. We could use another hit, get back to over 10 units on the month here, and get in a comfortable spot.
Yeah, definitely. But let's get into it. Phil's prop. You're starting, Phil. We don't know Phil's prop. Usually we get a text before. We don't know what he's going to take.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
So the Colts have a horrible defense. They have a horrible rushing defense and passing defense, but they let up the third most rushing yards in the NFL. They're playing the Titans. Will Levis is still a little banged up. He's playing today, but he's got that shoulder injury. They haven't been able to get Will Levis going with Calvin Ridley or DeAndre Hopkins at all. Calvin Ridley's stats are absolutely horrible. So I feel like they're going to go on the ground a lot today, and I like Tony Pollard over 69.5 rushing yards, and I got that at +120.
All right.
Tony Pollard. I love it. I mean, they have
running backs over rushing yards, the theme. Keeping it going for another week.
Wait, how many yards?
69.5.
Oh man, are you gonna switch, Andy?
Yeah, I guess I gotta switch.
you just took Andy's pick. That was hilarious.
That's so funny.
Is that what you had?
Yeah.
He was gonna do 60 because we typically put it around -150.
Wow.
So the guest obviously has to go to plus. So that's hilarious. That you guys have the same pick is wild.
Great minds, Andy.
Great minds. That's why I was like, all right, well, at least it was validated, but I'll change. I don't mind.
Sounds like a public play. People are all over that line, I imagine now.
Yeah.
But hey, this is why maybe we shoot a text. I don't know. Maybe we have to now. What are the odds of that? Jeez. All right, I can go next while Andy scrambles. I'm going to get a little uncomfortable here, per usual. Finding some weird data for myself that I love to find some of these trends. I'm taking the Chargers Broncos over 33.5. This line is low, obviously. And the Broncos offense kind of been moving. Bo Nix has looked decent. They put up, 26 points last week? If they can score anything near 20, that should get the job done. You just get a couple touchdowns from the Chargers as well there, which I assume we would. My only real reasoning here, though, is the Chargers are 0-4 or 0-5, whatever they are, to the over. They have not hit an over this year, and that can't continue. This is the only team that hasn't hit an over or under, and hasn't covered or has covered against the spread. So it's the only thing left for me to do. I love doing these early in the season. It's been very successful the last few weeks. Did it last week. Um, I don't have a ton of data to give, obviously, because these offenses are bad. So there really shouldn't. There's no reason to have a lot of points in this game when looking at it, the data, but it's got to hit.
I was going to say the Broncos pass D looks good last week, but that was against the Raiders and Gardner Minshew. So we're going to try to play a little better than that.
Right. I don't know. Both offenses, they're not terrible. We don't need that many points. So maybe some special teams action. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one you sent, and I was like, I don't know.
That makes
These
no sense.
defenses are great, though. They are great.
Yeah, no. On paper, it looks bad. But it's really low, obviously. 33.5 is crazy.
Do you want to do Strom's, too?
I don't have his reasonings, if you can do it.
Yeah, sure. So Strom's going Steelers minus 2.5. Hold on, let me pull up his reasoning. Aiden O'Connell's going for the Steelers. Or I'm sorry, Aiden O'Connell is going for the Raiders. And the Steelers defense, obviously, as we know, one of the best in the NFL. They have no Devontae Adams, no Zamir White. So I don't know who the Raiders are throwing the ball to. Steelers have dropped a couple games. I think they look to bounce back here against a pretty weak Raiders team. Max Crosby's been pretty banged up also, so very public pick. But
yeah, Strom's done this probably 3 weeks in a row, and he keeps hitting it, so it's been working. But this is the biggest public play on the board, which I hate. But Jacoby Myers is also doubtful, so that's another weapon for the Raiders. Probably not playing.
Yeah, they're just depleted, and that Steelers defense is legit. Like I don't know if the Raiders will score 10 points.
That's a benching too, right? Minshew?
Yeah, they benched him.
And see, sometimes when there's a benching, the backup kind of goes off, gets a dub.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. I'm going to go with public pick 2. Just had to scramble here. We're going to go Bucks minus 2.5. They're playing in New Orleans. New Orleans just started Spencer Rattler today. Backup quarterback Derek Carr is out. Buccaneers have been solid this year. Baker Mayfield's looked really good. Their weapons are all playing. You're going to have that Marshawn Lattimore, Mike Evans matchup, which is going to be pretty exciting to watch. But Saints defense is solid, but they've given up 26 points in the last 2 weeks. Granted, it was the Chiefs and the Falcons. So they lost both of those. I just don't think that this Saints offense can score. I mean, outside of the first 2 weeks where they put up 44 and 47, they haven't scored more than 24 points. So Bucks have looked really solid overall. I'm really going to stick with them against a rookie quarterback.
This feels, again, too obvious. This is like looking at the injuries and everything.
100%.
I love the pick. I hammered this on like Wednesday when they announced all the injuries with Carr, but the Saints actually have the 9th most passing or total yards given up per game. So they actually do give up a lot of yards. Not that many touchdowns, but I feel like that has to kind of regress to more touchdowns with how many yards they're giving up.
I feel like if the Bucks can put up 20 points, they're going to win. I don't know if the Saints are going to score a lot. The Bucks defense is solid. Like, they're down Antonio Winfield still, but they still have a solid defense. And they can stop the run, too.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. See if the backup can do anything. They're terrible that one drive he had last week.
Hold on. Now I have to get our odds for all these picks, though. So you got to bear with me for a second.
We got to make a new slip.
There is a lot of public plays today. Some of the lines were very questionable.
You guys see the Bears line moved like 2 points? We're dogs right now.
Yeah.
Just because
the secondary's banged down.
Yeah, and then maybe Sharp Money's just hammering the Jags. The big money.
All right. So to recap our picks, we got Bucks minus 2.5 at minus 140, Steelers minus 2.5 at minus 139, over 33.5 in the Chargers Broncos game at minus 142. Comes out to plus 402 for today's parlay, and then Tony Pollard over 69.5 rush yards at plus 120.
This is gonna be funny if Andy blows the parlay, but he would have had a hit with Pollard if it hits.
Hey, you know what? We'll take it because it means we're going to be up a unit on the day. So
yeah, if we lose and Phil wins, that's a plus day.
Yeah. So that's why we do it. All right. Let's get it, boys. Let's have a great Sunday.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for hopping on, Phil.
Next week.
Bear down. Oh, cock.